I was hanging around today, and I got to thinking about the Charles Dalys, and there's a lot of these old guns. I see them out at various gun shows. They're always priced right, and they're just a real quality made gun. I had one in the shop that I was looking at that we just bought the other day, and I was going to use this particular gun to talk to you a little bit about springs and springs that break and what have you. And I pulled a stock off of this one. I'm still learning a lot about these Charles Dalys, and lo and behold, this is a Daly that has coil springs. And I pulled the top lever spring out right here, and I was totally amazed at that. That's the first time I've ever seen a Daly with coil springs. They all that I've ever seen had flat springs. They made these guns in all different gauges and calibers. They had 3 different frame sizes. They had 12 gauge frame, the 20 gauge frame. Then they had a baby frame, 28 gauge, which are a really cool little gun and very much in demand. I was reading some literature I downloaded the other day, and they said they made like 500 of them. I don't know if that's true or not. I've seen quite a few of them out there, but yet I haven't. But they're really in demand. But they're really a great gun. They hold up well. They're made by the BC Maruku company, who now pretty much solely just builds guns for Browning. But they're hand engraved. They're very well made. And the price on them is right. When I find them at gun shows, they're always reasonably priced. So for the money, it's hard to beat a Charles Daly. This particular one here with the coil springs is basically a Browning Type 1. The Type 1 Browning, we call them the old slick sides. They didn't have any engraving on them. It's basically, this is a copy of that. So just before apparently they switched over solely to Browning production, they built this Daly model with coil springs. And they're really a cool gun because the left hammer swings up and the lower hammer swings down. And the reason they do that is because they put firing pins in these guns that are parallel, whereas the Superpose, which I don't have one in front of me, and the Satori's have the under firing pin kind of comes down at a radical angle, and it strikes it at the bottom of the hammer, so they tend to misfire sometimes on the underbarrel. The Dalys and the old early Type 1 Satori's have parallel firing pins. Firing pins are straight. The one hammer swings up, excuse me, on the right side, or the right side swings down. So they're really kind of a cool little gun, very good design. And we're going to run a series on these, but this is just kind of an introductory series. But we're going to break one down in the next video or two, and we're going to talk about springs and how they can possibly break, and they do break. And I have in stock lots and lots of springs for these guns, these V springs, which tend to break. I have lots of firing pins. There's 2 different styles of firing pins. I have those. I have one style of top lever spring, but you can retrofit these, I understand, to fit about anything, because on the Dalys they had 4 different types of top lever springs. The most common one is the one that I have, and I think you can retrofit them. I'm going to experiment with that a little bit and fit them all. So coming in the next few days is going to be a series on the Charles Daly, the repair and replacement of springs, and we'll see if we can make that interesting for you.